Piece of evidence here as she was going through the boothroom and the way that she ended at Joanne Baines, and she written that on the wall outside Joanne Baines' flat when she was away, and I weren't even with her back then, right? And as you can see with the pattern, right, let's start off with something here. You seen the black ring? No, well, she doesn't have that anymore because she smashed it on the wall. As you can see, I've marked it out with the evidence there. Right there, it matches up. Right, a window, small window got smashed on the door, and also a black bin bag was thrown on the floor. So really, Rebekah Sutcliffe is trying to get a message out, even though she's doing criminal damage, about the damage on her body and her ear. As you can tell, as the press are already taking photographs to let people know, but what people do, they don't pay attention. So all that evolves around that. Right, so at the same time, you know, the way that it's been put, and the way also as well on the council video, which I know she uses the close of the message, this is Rebekah, right? So it's like this glass as well that was put in front with the water and the jug, and she's put a fingerprint marking on it, and she's showing her bottom half of her body how it's been damaged, and her knees, you know, like obviously the circle showing it. But this is what gets me with her. Why did she just say it instead of going around doing criminal damage and trying to get a message out that way, as though people's going to click on about it when they're not? Because people will just get annoyed and go, oh, another copper again doing criminal damage. It's like how she kicked off with Superintendent Sarah Jackson, and she actually owns up to it as well, Rebekah, but she was trying to get the message out about a damage on her body, and because she mucked it all up, you know, because she was being bullied by that evil little bitch ringleader in CID Leigh police station, you know, and then the divorce and everything, and her ex-husband was hounding her for money. Why didn't you just come to me, Rebekah, in the year 2015 when I had that car on that drive and everybody was paying attention to that car and the videos? Why didn't you come to me then instead of not coming near? You're basically not coming near me because you're shy and you're doing criminal damage. And in other words, it's so then nobody can prove it if you was doing it. Because technically, the public's just going to look at you and think, oh, scumbag. And that's exactly what they're going to do to you. Because of what you've done. Nick McCann's Black Renault Clio, one wing mirror was ripped off and one wing mirror was hanging down. Right? You put that wing mirror back on Schofield Lane, where you originally got the car from, but you did it from across the road. And I know it's you, Rebekah, because you was pointing out the damage on your ear. Alright, so as you can tell, Rebekah's holding up a card with the circle on, showing obviously the damage to her kneecaps. But also at the same time as well, she was busted for drink driving twice over the limit of drink. Because that night, she tried getting away from them to track down the police so then they can catch her. She's done a bit of a chase so then she can get the truth out that way about her being beaten up. And this is how it come out in court, but then she pinned it on PC5 now for set her up a bit. This is how she's done it. The last police officer I was with on Friday the 13th of January 2012, because Rebekah Sutcliffe has got her own back on her. Right? So, as you can tell, looking at the I, letter I, there you see how it's on a lean. Right, looking at that, let's just piece it together here. You see the pattern now, how she's done it there. You know what I mean, like the lean over. Right there. See how it's a match. It's a match to her what actually writing on that wall at Thompson House in Abberton. You see, when I interviewed Joanne and she was blaming me, obviously, it weren't even me, and then she would try to blame Nick McCann, and it weren't him. The only reason I know it weren't Nick McCann is because he laughed about it, And he only laughs when a woman has done it to another woman. And that's the only time he laughs his head off, because any other time, he's dead serious about it. But trouble is with Nick McCann, he's too soft, and he won't say nothing. And then he lets people like Joanne Baines, because he's got this crush on her, you know what I mean, he'll do anything for her. And this is what she does, Joanne. You know, she'll use that as a power, so then she can try to get him done and get money out of him. And I've told him this in the past, but did he listen to me? No. And then he starts making threats to kill it now, because he's jealous. Right, so watch this now how she's dressed. This is the year 2017, and this is straight after my car went missing.
Hello everybody. To those I've not met, I'm Rebekah Sutcliffe. I'm an Assistant Chief Constable for Grainger Police, but I'm working here at the moment for the partnership in Oldham, leading on place-based integration and thriving communities.
Right, have you seen how she's dressed though? Right, and I'm going to prove something else in a minute on the 101 why I did this for. I did click on to the damage after I've seen Rebekah Sutcliffe's pictures done by the press, and then I've clicked on and thought, hang on a minute, what's happened to her? Right, so then I started investigating this, piecing it all together with the theft and obviously the damage done to my car. Right, and then the way she stole the project and the way that she's done it, I know for a fact she's something to do with that. But at the same time, she tried to get out the damage on, basically on what her ex-husband and that evil little bitch in CID has done to her, instead of coming straight to me. And I'm talking about Rebekah Sutcliffe here. Right, so obviously she's using the black top there that shows she's thin. Right, so she's happy with that, but it's the bottom half there. You see how she's got a skirt, how it's zigzagged, so she's angry. Right, now I'm going to prove something else on this video as well. The cameraman even pulls back as well, because people are concerned. And they're like, hang on a minute. You know, but Rebekah Sutcliffe thinks that everybody's taking the piss out of her. Now, for most people they are, but for most people they're not. There's a few sections on this video. I'll let you watch the original video what I've uploaded on YouTube, and this guy here actually does look at her. She leans forward as though she's stamping her foot. Right, I picked up on that straight away, and they all looked at her, and you know, she's not happy because obviously she can't run. She can't, well, she can still walk, but I mean, she's obviously got damaged kneecaps. But at the same time, the evil little bitch in CID in Leigh Police Station and Joanne Baines, right, they tried pinning that blame of her damage on her body, what they did to her, onto me. You know what I mean? As though I've done it all, and I've never even been near Rebekah Sutcliffe, to be honest. You know, and that's what knocks me off. By an evil little shit in CRD who sits in Witherspoons. She's got all these acquaintances because she's a pisshead, right? And the minute the drink's gone, then they've gone. And that's how that evil little bitch works. And she uses people, obviously, through people being sanctioned on the dole, and then DWP's giving that bitch money, so then she can play these stupid games on getting back at me. Because she's jealous. She doesn't like it because she can't control me. And that's her problem. And I'm not talking about Rebekah Sutcliffe here, I'm talking about this person. That evil little bitch there. That's who I'm talking about. The one who had her killed. Because she talked her into it so she could have a go at Ian Huntley, who's in prison. And look where she is today. Nicola Hughes. 6 feet under. And do you know why? Because that little evil shit there, the ringleader in CID, Leigh Police Station, has tortured Rebekah Sutcliffe to get information out of her about me, about our past. And there was a girl called Nicola who passed a love letter to me all them years ago, and it was written out by Rebekah Sutcliffe. And this is well before she joined the police. But she's just an evil little bastard, that one. Do you know where all this comes down to? That jealous little bitch there. The one who cries behind the curtain in a courtroom, and then mysteriously when the judge said to her, well, no, it weren't the judge, it was my barrister from High Court that said to her, "Why are you lying for?" Or mysteriously the waterworks stopped, and then the arrogant, nasty, evil attitude come out of her mouth straight in front of that court case. She even told off a judge. She's a liar, and I do not like her. She's an arrogant, nasty, evil little bastard. Tracy, or her name is. She's a piece of shit to me. She stole loads of money from GHP Employability to give to that bitch ringleader in CID, as it was passed along the part line from acting manager for Work and Pension Tracy Fain to DWP Suzanne Collins, where that was passed along to GHP Employability to Tracy O'Ware, where there was a male person who was in charge of the bus fares at that time called Jeff. He weren't in that day, nobody was in that day, and she was on her own. And the minute she took her chance, she took that money out of that blue tin, and I saw her do it, and she disguised it with a white cigarette, a menthol cigarette, and then she walked out, when she took the money, she walked out the door, walked all the way around, because I was watching what she was doing, and then no sooner after she's stashed the money, hid it, she's come back in again straight after, and then she's put the cigarette back into the brown bag, and a light brown bag she had. She's a thief, a scouse bitch. I do not like her. I think with the experimental project in the year 2016, as that was the second built up engine, which actually did work, only ran on easy start because there was no inner wiring in the Peugeot, because I took it out for try to repair it and get to the problem. But you see, I've got the engine stand there, and I've not even realised this. You see how I've done it, and then I put that there because I'm just showing off basically on how I built that, and you know, and it will ready if it be dropped in the car. I've got loads of videos on it. But now looking at Rebekah Sutcliffe's kneecaps damage, you know what I mean? It's kind of collaborates. I've done that. So basically, I've hit the truth on what the evil little bitch in CID, Leigh Police Station, have done to Rebekah Sutcliffe, and even through that and that. You see what I mean? It's like, because she's looking at it as though it's her leg. So you see what I mean? The corner side of how she stands, and then, you know, obviously the engine would be circle, you know, and that's exactly what's gone on. So I was working on the Peugeot 307 in the year 2016, and that was in Leigh. Right, Sutcliffe was being done for having to do a Superintendent Sarah Jackson, as they was all taking the piss out of her, and it was not on that. They made her obviously set everything up so it'll all be nice, so they can try to get this problem sorted out with Islam, right? Only Superintendent Sarah Jackson had them that boob job done, and it was paid for by obviously stealing money from tax, you know, working class people, right? That were paid for her to have that done, and all that back then was a big piss take, and that's why Rebekah Sutcliffe got so drunk. It took her about an hour, because she knew she was being took the piss out of, and then she started, and it's the way she said it as well. Your credibility's at zero, and that is what's hit the truth again. Is because if you look at Rebekah Sutcliffe's kneecaps damage on what the evil little bitch in CID Leigh Police Station comes out with on the word all, and I've even got it recorded on that on the 101 call, and I can prove that as well, right? That is hit the truth even more, and that's got the little bitch in CID Leigh Police Station all scared, and the disappearance to my car is down to that little evil fucking bastard in CID. See what I mean now in the paper how it's been put together? There's my extra one Baines, there's her brother PC Michael Baines, right? Obviously, they made it look like Sutcliffe's laughing her head off when she's not. Look at his nose, because she's got damage on her nose. Also, as well, look who's behind her laughing her head off, right? The bitch ringleader, CID Leigh Police Station, the former best friend who had an affair with her husband and mucked her life completely up, right? Also, as well, have you seen that? What I found is what the evil little bitch in CID actually does, is she stamps on people. That's the nasty evil piece of shit there. And that creep there was the third girl in that interview room in the year 2012. So it's obviously this little evil shit here is aiming straight at me. Isn't it? Because you're scared of me. You fucking weirdo. Take a good look, bitch ringleader, CID Leigh Police Station, Naomi Walker. Makes sense, doesn't it, how you stamp on people's kneecaps to stop them going anywhere. It kind of fits the description of your name, doesn't it? You stupid little bastard. You think I've finished with you yet? You've got another fucking thing coming. I'm going to expose you even more, and I'm going to do some really good deep digging on you. Find out what else I can find out about what you know, about what other people are going to say about you, especially ex-police officers who basically you've screwed over. Because that is all you've got. You get men to pin a woman down, so then you can stamp all over the kneecaps to stop them walking, while you stand there and laugh your head off after the fact, making another woman suffer, all for money, all for credit cards. And I mean, look at you. Look where you are. Oh, that's right, in the Trafford Centre. Of course, because all you're after you is money, attention, and it all on you as though you have to be the boss. You're just like that Tracy or another one. Thick fucking set of bastards. Women who cry, who want money and attention. Isn't it? And it's always them that cry that do the worst damage. I fucking hate you. I cannot stand you. Also, I got this little bitch as well laughing her head off when I shouted upwards McCarthy Police Station. She came to the window laughing her head off. So I got her for that and I got recorded for it. And also as well, PC1321 also for Nicholson, the evil sexist bitch. As well, not laughing. No wonder why. Because you're all in it together. Fun and games, wasn't it? So the damage on Inspector Leigh Sanderson, right, and the damage on Rebekah Sutcliffe. Because of her. And the ex-husband of Sutcliffe's. You know, the soft bastard who hides away from cameras. Ducks away. That's what he's all about. But he has to bully a woman under your control. Just proves what you had on it.